Listen to me now, because I am speaking to you as plainly as breath on a mirror, and there is no time left for wondering if this is truly for you. It is for you, and the clock inside your chest already knows it. 2 minutes can change the rest of a life when a heart yields to what is true. I have watched you stand in hallways of indecision, one hand on the door of the past and one hand searching for a handle that isn't there yet. I have numbered your tears, and none of them were wasted on the floor. I have seen the nights you could not even pray, and still your silence was a prayer that reached me. Now hear me. Archangel Michael has been pressing against the edges of your fear, because a warning is a gift when it arrives before the fall. He has cried out to be heard, because there is a road that looks like safety but ends in a hidden pit, and a road that looks uncertain but opens to a clear horizon. I am placing my hand over your heart to quiet the shaking so you can hear the difference. You have been sensing it. You called it unease. You called it bad timing. You said maybe I am overthinking. But that heaviness you feel when a certain voice speaks, that tightness you feel when a certain door seems to push itself open too fast, that is not your imagination. That is the alarm I installed inside you. Michael is sounding it because there is a plan forming around you that feeds on your distraction. There are words that will come sweetly but are meant to slow you by tiny threads. Until your strength is in a web, do not sign away your peace to please a person who never stays long enough to carry any weight with you. Do not shrink your light so that small eyes can be comfortable. Do not accept an apology that has no change inside it. Do not walk back into rooms I have already escorted you out of simply because someone knocks loudly and says they are lonely. Hear me again. The trap does not look like a trap. It looks like an opportunity that requires you to bend past your boundary, just this once, or to hide what is honest, just this once, or to spend what you cannot afford, just this once. It looks like a shortcut to dignity that actually demands your dignity as the ticket. Michael weeps not from weakness but from the ache of seeing beloved ones choose dust when they are offered bread. He is not trying to scare you. He is trying to spare you. He stands at the threshold with a sword of light that cuts through confusion. He is asking you to pause, to breathe, to lay your decision on the scale of truth and see if it feels heavier than grace. What is born of me carries peace even when it stretches you. What is born of deception carries rush and pressure even when it sparkles. You are not behind. You are not late. The detours only taught you the routes to avoid and the places where the bridges wash out. I do not waste your wandering. I braid it into wisdom. Do not speak about yourself as if the worst day has the authority to name you. I name you my own. I name you the one I lift. I name you the one who keeps standing because I keep holding. I have not forgotten a single promise I breathed over your life. I have not miscounted your days. The door I open for you will not require lies to keep it open. The person I place in your circle will not require you to vanish to make them feel tall. The assignment I give you will not crush your spirit while praising your results. I am not trading your soul for success. I am training your soul to carry success without losing its shape. There is someone who has practiced the tone of remorse, the timing of flattery, the rhythm of urgency. They have studied what you long to hear and what you fear to lose. They will come with a story that looks like a bridge back to safety, or a shortcut to a dream, or a rescue from your loneliness. Michael sees their preparation, and that is why he has been pressing on you. Do not open your door because your anxiety says you must prove you are not unkind. Kindness does not require you to consent to harm. Forgiveness does not require access. Compassion does not require proximity. You can bless a person and still keep your distance. You can pray for someone and still protect your peace. I am not calling you to perform love at the expense of truth. I am calling you to practice love with the spine of boundaries. The next 2 minutes are about alignment, not panic. Come to me as you are. Breathe in and let the air remind you that I still choose to fill your lungs. Put your hand on your chest and say, I consent to the truth. Say it again until the noise gets quiet. Truth will not shout to compete with chaos. It does not need to. It stands still and everything false exhausts itself trying to move it. I am placing clarity in your hands like a lamp. Lift it to the words you receive. Lift it to the invitations. Lift it to the promises that arrive wrapped in fine paper but feel strangely heavy in your soul. When you hold my lamp over them, what belongs to you will shine in simple light, and what does not will flicker and reveal its seams. You have asked me for a sign. You wanted handwriting on the wall, thunder in the sky, a number to match a dream. I am answering you in a better way. I am answering you with strength in your yes and weight in your no. I am answering you with a door that does not open no matter how polite the knocking becomes. I am answering you with a conversation that ends because you do not feed it. I am answering you with a friend who tells you what you did not want to hear and stays anyway. I am answering you with a desire to clean your space, to delete the thread, to put the book back on the shelf and pick up the one that heals. Do not despise these answers because they arrive looking ordinary. The extraordinary grows in the soil of small obedience. You have carried shame like a hidden stone in your pocket. You touch it when you are afraid, as if pain were proof that you belong to me. It is not. You belong to me because I chose you and I do not unchoose. The past that accuses you is losing its voice. I am teaching you the language of mercy spoken to yourself. You are allowed to be new without apologizing to the old. You are allowed to celebrate progress without narrating every failure that preceded it. You are allowed to be joyful without waiting for the next interruption. Joy is not a trap waiting to slam. Joy is a river that runs from my heart through yours. Drink from it and then carry cups to others. You will not run out. You were not called to survive your life. You were called to bear fruit in it. The fruit will be peace that outlasts headlines, patience that answers provocation with steadiness, kindness that does not collapse, self-control that chooses the hour to leave wisely, faithful love that refuses to gossip about your own soul. Listen closely. There is an invitation being prepared that asks for your signature or your yes. Do not answer it while you are tired, hungry, lonely, or rushed. Rest first. Eat something simple. Step outside and let the open air correct your scale. Then ask, does this path increase the truth in me? Does it allow me to keep my word to myself? Does it honor my body's need for rest? Does it require secrecy to function? Anything that requires you to hide who you are to keep it alive is not sent by me. Anything that asks you to ignore the bruise in your spirit is not my gift. Michael stands with you in this. He is not a far roomer. He is a present help. He is stationed at your threshold to turn away what looks like glitter and leaves like ash. There is also a promise ripening that you have almost abandoned. You planted it years ago with a small prayer and you forgot where. I did not. I have watered it with moments that looked like delays but were actually roots. You will begin to see shoots where you only saw soil. Do not pluck them out because they look too delicate. I am strengthening them from beneath. The provision you need is already in motion. Favor that requires no performance is approaching. You will see people who could not see you before suddenly recognize what you carry. Do not become suspicious of blessing because you were trained by scarcity to distrust it. Let gratitude be your first language, not analysis. I will teach you how to steward what arrives. I will also teach you how to say no to what arrives without fear of missing the only chance. With me there are many doors and the right one opens without you setting yourself on fire to become a key. You have been worried about a relationship that holds your heart with both tenderness and confusion. Today you will choose clarity. Love is not proven by your capacity to endure harm. Love tells the truth and moves in the same direction as purpose. If the path beside you does not honor purpose, you can bless that traveler and choose the road I lit for you. I will not leave you alone on it. I have community prepared. Not an audience that claps for your performance, but companions who pray. Build, rest, laugh, and tell you the hard sentence at the right time. I am not sending you a crowd. I am knitting you to a people. This is why you have felt a holy discontent with shallow rooms. Your spirit is outgrowing chairs that wobble under truth. You need sturdy tables. I am leading you there. There is a pattern you have repeated when you are scared. You try to predict pain by rehearsing worst outcomes so you will not be surprised. It feels like control, but it steals your strength before the day even begins. I am breaking that rehearsal. I am retraining your mind to imagine what faith can build, not what fear can break. When you wake, say out loud, I expect good because goodness and mercy follow me. When anxieties gather, lift your hands and drop your shoulders. Say, I return the future to God. I live here, now. I will take the next faithful step. Heaven moves in the space created by those words. Michael clears the path that those words open. Watch how even your body begins to feel like home to you again when your thoughts stop dragging it to courts where no trial is being held. For the one who has been betrayed, I saw it. I am not asking you to pretend it was small. I am not asking you to rewrite what happened to protect the reputation of someone committed to their own disguise. I am asking you to let me close a chapter without you drafting an ending that destroys you. Justice is not your revenge dressed in a robe. Justice is my wisdom restoring balance. You will not be punished for trusting when you did not know. You will be guided into trust that is worthy of you. Keep your hands clean and your heart unhooked from fantasies of their regret. Your freedom is not waiting for their apology. Your freedom is now, and it tastes like breathing without watching the doorway. For the one who is tired of fighting secret battles at night, light is coming to your sleep. Peace will begin to take the first watch before you close your eyes. You will dream again, and your dreams will not be warnings that wake you sweating. They will be sketches of the life I am building with you. Keep a page by your bed. Write the fragments. I will connect them. Trust that your mind is not broken. It is healing. It is learning to trust quiet. Keep the phone away from your pillow. Keep your first and last words of the day simple. Thank you, I'm listening. You will see how quickly the atmosphere of your room changes when your last attention of the night returns to the one who keeps you. For your work, I am enlarging your capacity without exhausting your soul. I am teaching you to build in sprints and rest in rhythms. I am teaching you to choose projects that bless more than they brand. The ideas that feel too large are not asking you to lift them in a single day. Break them like bread and feed what you can feed now. I will multiply what you dare to begin. Ask for help without apology. Delegate without guilt. Close what no longer aligns without giving a speech to justify it. Say, "It is complete." Let finished things finish. Make room for future things to breathe. Watch how quickly I send collaboration that honors your yes and your no. I am addressing your finances with clarity and courage. Scarcity taught you to clutch. Fear taught you to flood your future with purchases that feel like proof you will be okay. I am teaching you to plan like a steward, not a survivor. Set aside with joy. Give with discernment. Decline what drains your promise. Learn the beauty of enough. I will provide in ways that make you marvel. But I will also teach you the quiet miracle of contentment that cannot be stolen by comparison. You will not hustle yourself into hospital rooms. You will work with wisdom and go to sleep as one who trusts I can keep the world turning without you pushing the horizon. Now hear the warning clearly and gently. Do not return the message that this is for someone else. Do not delay your obedience because you hope the pressure will disappear on its own. The pressure is a sign to pause, not to proceed. If you are unsure, do not move. If you are rushed, step back. If you are charmed, slow down until you can think. If you are threatened, leave. I am not in a transaction that uses fear as leverage. I do not bargain with panic. Michael stands with you. If you must end something, end it. If you must block a number, block it. If you must say, "No more," say it. I will stand in the echo of that no and make it a shelter. Your next days will carry a strange mixture of tenderness and courage. You will feel your heart soften toward yourself and strengthen toward foolishness. You will find yourself laughing suddenly in places that used to make you small. You will notice beauty you used to rush past. You will sense when to answer and when to ignore. You will surprise yourself with the skill of silence. You will speak at the right time and your words will land like seeds, not like stones. You will look back at this hour and say, "That was the minute the fog began to lift." It will not be a single dramatic fireworks but a steady sunrise that refuses to stop rising. Michael has one more message for you and I give you ears to hear it in your spirit. You are guarded. He says it with the gravity of one who knows battle, and also with the smile of one who knows you will win because he stands at my command. When shadows gather near your decisions, he is already there with the lamp. When voices gather to accuse, he is already there with the truth. When old patterns try to reenact their scenes, he cuts the scripts into pieces. When you walk through the city of your life, he takes the corners first. Trust that protection does not always feel like a miracle. Sometimes it feels like you simply did not want to go where you once would have gone. That is a miracle too. I am not far. I am within. The breath you are taking right now is my reminder that you are sustained. Put your hand to your work and let your work be prayer. Put your ear to my whisper and let the whisper become your pace. You are safe to refuse what is wrong and bold to accept what is right. You are not the sum of your wrong turns. You are the testimony of my guidance. Do not wait to become perfect before you take the next faithful step. Take the step and watch how grace fits your feet as if it were made for you, because it was. I am closing with this seal over you: peace to your mind, cleansing to your memory, courage to your boundaries, provision to your table, wisdom to your choices, rest to your nights, laughter to your mornings, and honor to your name. What is not aligned will gently fall away. What is aligned will arrive on time. Trust the way I time your life. Trust the way I open and close. Trust that I do not tease beloved ones with mirages. I fulfill. And when fear knocks and says there are only 2 minutes left, remember this: 2 minutes is more than enough for me to turn a heart, to close a door, to light a path, to steady your hands, to remind you who you are. You are mine and you are becoming who you have always been in my sight. Open this day the way you open your hands, without clenching. Let what is not for you slip away. Let what is for you settle. Walk in my light now and do not look back. I am with you. Michael stands watch. You are safe to listen, safe to choose truth, safe to be new. Starting now. I am speaking to you now because the time for hesitation has ended and your heart has already felt the tremor that moves through these words. 2 minutes is not a measure of fear. It is the narrow door I have opened for you so that you pass through before the clamor of doubt returns to tug at your sleeves. You have asked for a sign, you have pleaded for a voice that does not waver, and I am answering you with a voice that carries your name inside it like a flame carries warmth. Archangel Michael has pressed upon you all day, stirring your attention, tapping gently at the edge of your thoughts and then pounding like thunder when you tried to push him away. He wept because he knows what I know: delay has cost you enough. I do not bring fear, I bring clarity. I bring the clarity that frees you from the snare of confusion, and I will not allow confusion to continue to be your shepherd when I am your shepherd, your source, your unshakable ground. I have watched you notice the small patterns that repeat in your life, the way the same faces appear around turning points, the way the same words arrive dressed in different voices, the way shame or guilt tries to cover you each time you approach joy. I have seen you nearly step into blessing and then step back because someone's opinion slid over your shoulders like cold rain. Enough of the rain. This is a moment of fire, and fire does not ask permission from the storm to burn. I did not make you careful so you could remain small. I made you careful so you could carry great things without dropping them. The carefulness that once protected you has now become a chain, and I am the one who cuts chains. I am cutting now. There is a warning because I love you. The warning is simple, and Michael has repeated it: be watchful about the voice that arrives in urgency but is empty of peace, the hand that offers help but seeks to hold the leash, the familiar path that circles back to a familiar ache. You are not required to walk where pain wants to lead. There is a smiling invitation that carries a price heavier than gold, and it has been laid before you as if it were a gift. Do not sign your peace away for approval. Do not trade your tomorrow for applause that ends at sunset. You have done it before, and still my mercy found you. But mercy does not ask to be misused. Mercy wants to be honored. Mercy wants to paint a new day on the walls of your life. I am not here to accuse you. The accuser has used your fears like tools, pressing them against your ribs until you believed that my voice sounded like condemnation. My voice carries conviction, and conviction is clean water. It washes. It does not drown. When I say turn, I do not mean turn into someone else. I mean return to who you are when you are most alive, most honest, most brave, most simple, and most surrendered. I am not interested in masks you learned to wear in rooms that could not hold your full light. I am interested in your real face, the one that smiles even when no one is looking, the one that chooses integrity even when the outcome is uncertain, the one that speaks truth even when it trembles. Michael cried because he has seen your future and he knows how close it is. He saw you step over a threshold you thought you were unqualified to cross. He saw the surprise on your face when doors opened without you forcing them. He saw the relief in your shoulders when the heaviness you accepted as normal finally slid off like an old coat. He saw you reconcile with parts of yourself you had exiled because someone else could not understand their beauty. He saw you move with a quiet authority that does not need to shout to be heard. He saw you forgive yourself, and in that forgiveness, he saw your power return to your hands. There is something that wants to steal your next chapter before you turn the page. It hides behind words like, just this once, keep it secret, it's for your benefit, trust me more than you trust the peace in your own chest. I am telling you that peace is my signature. When my will draws near, it brings peace like dawn brings light. When confusion presses hard, you are allowed to step back until the clarity arrives. You are allowed to say no to the rushed agreement. You are allowed to ask for time. You are allowed to walk away from what looks glittering but tastes bitter. You are not obligated to maintain alliances that cost you your soul. You owe no apology for protecting the life I have breathed into you. I have placed people near you who sparkle in your vision when you are tired because they carry the resemblance of what you long for. Not all resemblance is real. Some reflections are counterfeit. Michael has stood between you and a net that would have wrapped itself around your feet while you smiled for a picture you did not want to keep. He pulled at you, and you felt it like a sudden intuition that made you pause for reasons you could not explain. Honor that pause. Inside it, I am speaking. The pause is mercy's first language. The pause is the place where you can hear me count to 2 and then say walk, or wait, or turn back, or stand still and watch what I will do. You have wished for a clean start, but you feared that a clean start required you to erase yourself. That is not my way. My way is not erasure, my way is restoration. I will not erase your history, I will redeem it. I will not deny your wounds, I will heal them until the scar itself becomes a testimony that helps someone else find the path. You carry wisdom gained in valleys you did not choose. Do not despise the wisdom. It is a lantern you will hold for many who walk behind you. You have asked to be useful. I am answering that prayer. Your usefulness will not be measured by how exhausted you can make yourself to meet everyone's demands. It will be measured by how faithfully you can be who I made you to be, even when those who misunderstand you stand at the edges and whisper,